Shira! Shira! What's going on? Welcome back to 100% NUFC. So it's the Newcastle versus Arsenal match preview this weekend at St James's Park, and no better to join is Lee from Newcastle Fan TV. How you doing, mate?
Freezing.
Yeah. We're at St James's Park, we're currently in the away end where the Arsenal fans will be this Sunday, and we're freezing because we've been at the under-23s.
It's not like Barcelona, obviously.
He's just come back from Barcelona as well, so it's good to see him back on the channel. Now, it's a must. Well, is it a must-win game against Arsenal this weekend? Because we've come off a 2-1 away win at Leicester City. We're unbeaten at St James's Park in the last 3 games. We've beaten the likes of Huddersfield, Southampton, Manchester United.
Yeah. And
you look at Arsenal, who were playing at the weekend. They will be playing tonight, so to speak. Against CSKA Moscow. Rumours that there might be, resting the better players. What's your thoughts going into this game on Sunday?
Every game is a must-win, as we know that. But I mean, realistically, I think Newcastle are safe. If you include that goal difference, it's effectively 39 points. Arsenal not going to get top 4. Their priority is the Europa League, so there will be resting players. You could say, the rest of the season are all free hits. Maybe just keep an eye out what's happening down in the bottom of the league. But with 10 points clear of Southampton, and that's what my eyes are on there at the moment, and it's 10 points with 5 or 6 games left. It's too much for Southampton, other teams down there at Catcher, and it would be interesting. 2 teams in great form.
How do you think Newcastle will? How do you think Rafa will go at this game on Sunday? Do you think do you think he'll be cautious, or do you think we'll go at Arsenal knowing that it's one of those open games where both teams have technically got nothing to play for? Where they're pretty much settled for Europa League next season if they don't qualify. Newcastle, on the other hand, all we can play for now is points to try and better ourselves in the league, because 38 points for me is safe, because if you add the extra point to the goal difference.
Well, it's now, what does Rafa want to do? Because I know he's publicly said 40 points, 40 points, 40 points. That's all he keeps saying. But does he want to go for the top 10? Can you now see it? Because I think this Arsenal side are really, really vulnerable at the back. I don't rate Mustafi. I don't rate Petr Cech. I think he's had a poor season. I think Monreal is probably their best defender, and he isn't the best at the club, if that makes sense. You would say on consistency, you'd probably say Koscielny is. But, I think Bellerin hasn't had his great best season. I think you can get at them. What I'm trying to get at is you can get at Arsenal, and I think they're vulnerable. And I think, why not go and attack them? We've got nothing to lose now. If we get beat 1 or 2-0, we don't really have to worry about it. I think he will be a very similar side. I don't think he'll change it too much. The only change I might see is maybe Slimani.
I was going to ask you, do you think Slimani will start, or do you think he'll come off the bench?
That's it. I think that's the only one that you would change. It makes no sense to bring in a Murphy or bring in an Atsu or whatever. I think the only real change you might see is Gale, because he's not in great form at the moment, but however, off the ball movement, he's making things happen because he's having space in behind him, where the likes of Perez and Kennedy and Richie are all coming in off his runs, creating space elsewhere. So do you drop that and bring Slimani in, where he'll hold the ball up? But Slimani he's a bit of a bullfighter. That's the way I look at it, where he wants crosses. So that's the only thing. And it's 2 great teams on 2 great form. Hopefully they both go at it, and it's live on the TV. Obviously we're going to be at the game, and you just want a good spectacle, I think.
I think Arsenal have got quality. You look at the likes of Mesut Ozil, they can turn up. You've got a Aubameyang who they've just signed there from Borussia Dortmund. He's scoring goals, and that we're hitting them in a bad time in a sense, because they actually are doing all right in the league. Arsenal are renowned for having a really bad start, a really bad middle, and a really good end of the season where everything's going against Arsene Wenger.
It's always end of the season, Arsenal come good. It's too late every time. Arsenal Fan TV, who will be amongst all this lot around here, they'll say the same. And always, every year, Arsenal come good towards the end of the year. They always win the FA Cup or something, and it's not good enough for them. They'll come, Aubameyang, as they've touched upon, he'll play because he can't play in the Europa League, so he'll start. He's absolute quality.
Like I said,
I don't know, maybe Welbeck or Wobi will probably be. Mesut Ozil, he touched on, he scored that wonder goal earlier on the season, that volley, that was absolutely fantastic. So they've got quality. Maybe Wilshere will start. I think Xhaka, he's one he can get at, because he consistently gives you fouls. So delivery could be key as well. So they've got some quality factors, out of a doubt, but they are not the same Arsenal of old. No way.
No, I think you're right, because they played a Southampton team, last weekend, where Southampton are poor. Really, they've had a really poor season by their standards. And so have Arsenal, only coming good towards the end of the season. But they say they're vulnerable. They are vulnerable because they've conceded the 2 goals against Southampton.
What's happened to Petr Cech?
He's been very poor. He's been very off, hasn't he? Pretty much all season.
He's not the world-class goalkeeper that we used to know. There's several of them that I know. I'm probably picking on him. There's probably a few that you say, nah, not good enough. To be in the top 4, Wenger probably has to go, unfortunately. for Arsenal
Do
fans.
you think so? I'm one of them where I think Wenger, for me, I feel a bit sorry for him.
I do the way he's been treated, but maybe if he stays at the club, why not move him upstairs then? Make him board of director, because we know he's obsessed with football, a bit like Rafa is, yeah. Move him upstairs that's because that club is stale at the moment. They're not progressing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what they're stuck in a rut, and they're not going to go. They're in between 4th and 6th for the next 10 years for me if Wenger stays.
So yeah, you say that let's not change something that's not broken. You know, Rafa will probably go with the same team that played against Leicester City. Go at it, you know, and maybe see what happens in the first half. If it's still 0-0, sense the opportunity, bring on, you know, Slimani in the second half.
That's the thing.
If
he doesn't start Slimani, just him coming off the bench alone,
even after for the pace as well, just to keep it going. You know, if we're getting tired. I think it's a game where we've got nothing to lose really.
No,
you know?
go for it.
We can play with freedom, we can play with direct football, we can show what we're really about.
I'd like to see Kennedy personally have another 90 minutes. He's only done 90 minutes since he's arrived at the club. So I'd like to see him have his, because people say it's not match fit. Of course he is. He's been here 3 months now. You know what I mean?
So Leeds decides that he wants to either keep with Slimani or not, but what would you choose in this game on Sunday? Let us know in the comments. Lee, what's your score prediction for Sunderland?
I'm going to go and score draw 1-1.
Right, so that's been Lee's prediction. Don't forget to go and subscribe to 100% NC and also subscribe to Lee's channel. I was about to say Newcastle Fans TV as well. I'll leave a link down below in the description. There'll be loads on his channel as well, previews. There'll be other fans on there, as I'm sure you'll try and get.
You'll be on our channel.
Yeah, I'll be on there as well on Sunday as well. Match the experience on Sunday as well. So there's so much going on. We'll try and get Arsenal Fan TV on us if we possibly can.
Gang, yeah.
So yeah, thank you very much for watching. How are the lads, and enjoy the game. See you later.